afternoon, everyone. 4th September, 5 p.m. It's David here. I just wanted to have a quick talk about a recap of Friday's price action we had. We had a lovely move here. Plenty of opportunities in this. I was busy, sadly, in the afternoon, so I missed it. I had a very good morning, though. But I mainly just wanted to talk about how it reflects off of what I was saying in my strategy with regards to moving averages, how they need to soften, how they need to move, the next price levels, which all got hit. So if you recall, if you're new and you've never heard this before, we don't do hindsight trading on guard. So if you want to come on board, please do. We've got a link in the details below. And I did a video at 10 o'clock Thursday night when I was saying about how the price had picked up and it's attacking the 5-minute 200, and it could very well come and attack the 15-minute 200. However, it was still a very strong down channel, and if it was gonna have any attempt at breaking this, it was gonna have to consolidate to allow these lower moving averages to pick up in order to attack the 200 MA. And sure enough, overnight, I did another video in the morning, 7 o'clock, and we had this consolidation. The 5-minute 200 had held the price up overnight. Sure enough, in the morning, I only traded this in the morning. I think I still did 60 or so pips, I think, in this range in the morning. And then in the afternoon, sure enough, the first level that I said going to be attacked or hit is this 15-minute 200. And it did. It broke it quite spectacularly, a lot stronger than I'd ever would have expected. But that's the markets for you. Don't worry about what they do, just trade with them. Just trade what they, just read it and trade accordingly, you'll make money. And I said, if it breaks the 15-minute 200, the next price level we're looking for is going to be the 1 hour 100 MA. And said this at whatever it was, 7 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning. And sure enough, price broke this level and came straight up, pretty much pit perfect to the hourly 100 MA. And now inside here, there are plenty of divergences. We can go over these in another video. If anyone wants a divergence video from myself and Steve, or anyone else wants to join in, please let us know. Send us a message. Have a chat with us on the forum. We'll bash one out, because there are plenty in here. You started getting them down here. If I look on the 1 minute. Now, we did start to get them at a lower level. But again, when we have a strong up channel on a 5-minute chart and a 1 minute, and you can see how fanned out these are. When we're looking for divergence entries, scalps here, we're only taking 5, 6, 10 pips back to the lower frame moving averages. Until we get consolidation and an indication that the price turns, we're only getting small scalps. When we get this happen and the price is getting pinched, the price turns, that's when we can start targeting some bigger numbers. Get lower down. Here's a lovely first trade to take, is a 50 on the 5, 200, next one, lovely. But again, here you're only taking small scalps. When we get up here, we've also got a 5-minute divergence zone. If you see here, very overbought on the 3 oscillators. Next peak, next rise up, it's lower. So now we're looking for a 1-minute divergence inside a 5-minute divergence zone. And there's our first peak. And then as it came up, we started having them here. If it was me, and I wasn't, I was busy, but I probably would have started shorting here. First trade for me is always small. Second trade would have been in this area somewhere. That's bigger. And then that would have been my first target, would have been the 1-minute 200. Sadly, it consolidated for quite a long time. So, as the price changes, as time goes on, the price changes because the moving average moves. That's what they do, they're fluid. So there's your first target, or you take profit here, break even stop, and your next one can be down here or down here. I don't really tend to trade the 100 moving average on the lower frames, but when you've got a big gap, it normally does show a bit of action. And if you can see there's 2 little candles, a little bit of indecision, it does pause there. And then of course that's the final best place to take profit, if you've got the patience to hold. And again, there were a few more divergences at the bottom, which could give some longs upwards. But it's Friday afternoon, Friday evening, it's getting late. For me, I want to be in the pub this time. I don't want to be trading. So looking for what we're going to happen tomorrow. So if you look at the 5-minute and the 15-minute chart, we have what we call in a moving average term is a price pinch. You have all the lower frames, the price is in between the three moving averages, the 20, the 50, the 200. That's the only three I really trade with. Again, other than the 100 on the higher frames. So if you look, we've got the price bang on in the middle of the 15 with some very small little candles, bit of indecision, and it's between, what are we talking there, 15, 20 pips. On the 5-minute, it's the difference of 10 pips. The 1 minute, I think, is about 15 as well. Yeah, here another about 10, 15 pips. So this is a price pinch. Now this, to me, indicates more consolidation. I don't fancy trading this when it's like this because it could go either way. This is flat, the 1 minute 200. These two have just pinched, they could go flat. The 5-minute is flat here. The 20 does show a bit of downward pressure on this 15-minute chart. If you look at the 5, look at the 1. Flat, it's all flat. So for me, it wouldn't surprise me if overnight the Asia session we saw this consolidation continue. And now if it does consolidate, of course, this 15-minute 200 might well start to pick up if the price stays up above it. Consolidation will also mean these hourly ones will start to soften, not as much the 200 or the 100, but the 50 and the 20. You can already see the 20s trying to take over here. So this 50 of a few hours, it might just start to curve, it might act as support. And if it acts as support, I'm expecting another retest of this 100. Bear in mind, we will probably see a 1 hour divergence. So there'll be a few short entries for me if it comes up here. Again, it's only on the lower time frames. It's only small scalps unless I get a big channel form, and then it all changes. So this area here, again, around the 7285 is going to be of a bit of interest to me. If it breaks, I'm then coming back up to the 1 hour, which as we know has been very big resistance now because it acted as support for a very long time. So this is now the new level of resistance we have to break if we're going to see any more upside. To the downside, we have a previous low, also very oversold on the oscillators. So if it does come down to this 7136 level, could go a little bit deeper because it is a higher time frame. I'm going to be looking for some divergences for longs. Okay, but for me, none of this at the moment. I'm not, I won't be targeting a swing trade. Won't be, up or down because the price is 7,200. We've been higher than this, we've been lower than this. We've got a good attempt, we could come back up here, and if we get an up channel and the 15-minute does start acting as support, then great, I'll start putting some bigger trades in and I'll start targeting those bigger numbers. Exactly the same as if it goes to the downside and it rejects solidly off this 15-minute, then yep, we could come back down here. If this breaks, then yeah, then we're going down. I think I've got 70, 80, I think in my head, if I recall from somewhere. Don't ask me where. So yeah, that's me. That's my thoughts for the day. Hope it helps. By all means, don't do as I do, but if you just want to have a listen, ask me any questions on the forum tomorrow, go for it. I'm going to go and have a roast dinner and a beer. So all the best, everyone. Hope it helps. Take care.